This story chronicles the life of a true and devoted public servant, the Honorable George Keverian. He rose from humble beginnings to become a powerful agent of change for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. George's life story should be an inspiration to the younger generation. It illustrates how his early life experiences and education led to a set of core beliefs that influenced his vision over his entire lifespan. Vision is essential, but not sufficient. George was blessed to possess and use to great advantage a powerful intellect, an unusual ability to debate and communicate, a hearty sense of humor that endeared him to many, as well as a wit that could bust the high and mighty when needed. This combination of talents launched his career as an extraordinary public servant, an outstanding leader, all while remaining a decent human being. My name is Jack Keverian, and I am George's one and only older brother. I had the distinct privilege to witness George's entire 78 years of life. George was born June 3, 1931, in the midst of the Great Depression. Our family were Armenian Christian immigrants who fled Turkey to escape the systematic killing of Armenians during the 1915 genocide. Our mother worked countless hours as a dressmaker at home, and our father owned the Peters Shoe Repair Shop on Nickel Street in Everett. Our family struggled for many years, as did many others during this difficult period. We might have been poor, but we were proud and never accepted charity. Our parents believed in strong family values and in the worth of a good education. George attended the Hamilton School on Nickel Street, little to realize that very school was destined to be renamed many years later in 2002 in his honor as the George Keverian School. George went on to Parlin Junior and Everett High School. There he received numerous awards which foreshadowed his future success. He was chosen school council president and valedictorian of the class of 1949. When he addressed the graduating class, his speech expressed in simple, eloquent, and mature words his core beliefs about democracy and service as a simple, natural devotion to our fellow man. His quality education in Everett and his perseverance allowed George to attend Tufts and Harvard University. George was the youngest to be elected to the Everett Common Council. He served 8 years on the Common Council, 3 years as alderman, and then Everett's state representative for 24 years. By virtue of George's hard work, he rose through the ranks to become majority leader. He redistricted the state twice, mastered the finances of the Commonwealth as Ways and Means chairman, reformed campaign finance, created the Ethics Commission, and brought transparency to the legislative process by initiating television coverage of House sessions. George was the first ever to unseat a speaker in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. In 1983, Thomas McGee had served for a decade. He had committed to step down and endorse George for election as his replacement. For reasons unknown, Tom McGee withdrew from his commitment. McGee's decision to remain Speaker launched a media frenzy and an ongoing saga in the papers. At one point, there was a fateful meeting between George and Tom McGee at the waterfront of Revere Beach. They agreed to disagree, and George launched his campaign to become the next speaker. After a 14-month battle, George was elected Speaker on January 2, 1985, and he served until December 1990, a period of 6 years.